Welcome here, everyone. Tuesday night call, November. I can hardly believe it's November. It's November 4th, 5th today. See, I'm already behind. And I feel like so much has happened since month end, even just till today. Like it's only been like 5 days, but oh my goodness, there has been. I feel like the treadmill is going faster than what I can keep up. And so my brain is just like, am I missing something? Constantly I'm thinking about, do I have everything? So today I want to go over a little bit of what November is looking like, because there is so much, and I want to simplify it, and I want to keep it clear and easy, and that way we can all have peace and go work. And then we want to do a little bit of a recap on Motivation Monday. And yeah, just some fun stuff. Hey, Barb. And so November, we have like a whole long list of things that are going on that can be applicable, I feel like, to almost everybody. I think everybody. And so there's been several examples that I want to tie in with this as we're mentioning each one of these points, and then I will go through them. And if you guys have questions or you're not sure of something, stop me, interrupt, whatever, it doesn't matter, and we'll discuss those first. So starting with the incentives and the things that are going on, the US now has their Plexus Perks dashboard live. Yay! For you American people, you'll be able to see your perks start gathering. That's visual. People are always visual, right? And as soon as they can start seeing something, it starts rolling. It's funny how that works with people. Us Canadian people are going to see it in January. So ours is going to take a little bit more time to develop. Their IP is working on it, and it's going to happen for us as well. But we are still collecting perks just like the Americans are. So no difference there. And then there's a special going for the Hello Happy boxes that, and it says for all markets, starting today, each purchase will earn a Plexus branded blender bottle. So those are the little blend jets. I still have mine standing in the office. I haven't used it. I don't know why, but I should probably use it. These are the little blend jets that you got with a previous promotion. And so when you buy those Penny says, Marge, use it. I know. I'm like that, I do things the same way until someone has like a brainwave of something brilliant. This is probably the brilliant brainwave I haven't used yet. So they come with the Hello Happy boxes. They are fabulous for sip and shares. Everything is laid out in there. It is just like the easiest way to do a sip and share, to grab one of those Hello Happy boxes, get a bunch of people together. And so that's your incentive for that one. Be a poinsettia. I love that they use the poinsettia term for this, to earn the Plexus points when you enroll $99 welcome packs. That is something, 6 years, I'm almost 6 years in Plexus, I have not seen them ever do. It's been talked about a lot, and it's always been something that, Plexus is very careful with, making sure the ambassador benefits from an incentive and also that the company benefits. It's always got to be an incentive that both sides are going to be growing and getting better by, right? And so this is the first, I'm kind of wondering if it's like a trial thing, but November and December, all welcome packs have immediate points. And we've had some conversations already about points and how we're, looking towards the goals of what we need, how many people we need, help your teams to find and break down how many people they need in order to achieve your rank goals. And that plays right in with the re-rank and the rank up bonuses that are also being rolled out this month. This is the second month for this. And so it's Silver through Diamond can now earn bonuses for ranking up for the first time and re-ranking back to their highest achieve. So if either one of those categories you fall into, so even Can someone refresh my brain what the bonuses were for the silver? Silver is 50, gold is 150, right? What was the senior gold? 350. There's a graphic, and it's in our team chat.
Silver is 50, gold is 100, and senior gold is 150.
I think you're wrong. Because I thought it was more than the original bonus.
It's
I have it
gold is
right here.
125, senior gold's 175.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
E for effort, Sheila.
I'm like, what? So those are the ranks and the re-rank bonuses on top of what they're already giving out, right? Okay, and then we have the international Me Plus 3. How many of you caught on to this bonus that they have going there? You sponsor 3 new ambassadors with the purchase of a welcome pack outside of your home country. And so a lot of you people have sponsored American ambassadors, Australian ambassadors. You get 3 of those and you add a cash bonus of $250. That's a lot. That's a lot. I was super surprised to see that one. So huge incentive there. Shop, set, and ship for free is back. And that is all markets. All subscription orders over 130 PVs to ship free for the month of November. So getting that in there is a huge benefit. Sarah's going to talk a little bit more about shipping and stuff later on. But I want to come back to that point because that once you start putting the numbers on the paper to see what people pay for shipping, and if they would add an extra product and have the free shipping, they practically get the product for free. And it's just like crazy smart to do that, right? Slim HC, I was just wondering about this one, if this is a Canadian incentive because of the Slim Hunger Control being released in Canada last month. And any order with Slim HC will receive a free shipping. And you have to use the code HC Ships Free, and plus the qualifying welcome and combo packs featuring the Slim HC receive a free Plexus branded bottle. So if you are working with the welcome packs on that part, they also get the free water bottle. And we have the collagen full size in our NFR. The Americans have it now in, can you guys tell me if you have it in the single use now as well?
We have it in the trial pack and a sample pack, and then we have it in the combo and individually. But we don't have the sticks, like the slim stick. You know, that comes in the trial pack, the 3-day trial.
Oh, okay.
Or the 3
okay.
one or the other.
Okay.
It's actually both, but yeah.
Okay, but you do have the canister individually.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. That's what they were asking for.
Yeah, it's great with the welcome packs.
Mm-hmm. That's exciting. That's awesome. I'm excited for that. Great. That is the list of all the incentives. That's crazy. And so I would like, me and Sarah were talking a little bit about what it looks like when people order under 100 PVs, how much extra they actually pay, how easy it is for them to get perks once they have a subscription that is giving them credits. And so if you can talk a little bit about that, Sarah, and then I want to come back and share some facts on the perks program.
So my goal this month is, ladies, I just keep looking at these, and we always seem to approach them at the end of the month when it gets crazy and their orders have already been shipped. So this month I said to myself that I'm going to do things a little different. In fact, my hubby gave me that idea. And I said, I'm going to start at the beginning of the month. I'm going to start going through, I'm going to check to see when these 70, 40, 20, whatever it is, people's orders go through so that we can head them up before they get there. So what I did is I went through their whole orders and looked back. Some of them I went back up to 6 months, some I went 3 months, and I wrote it out every date. I wrote the total of their PVs, the total of the cost of the shipping, and if they got money back or not. And so I made it in a column like that. And because I'm very visual learner, and like Marge had just said, we seem to be visual people. So what I did is I wrote them a message saying that I was looking through this and that I was not sure if they were aware that even if they had an order every other month, they already saved enough from the shipping to get a free bottle of something. And I also informed them that maybe they weren't, because there's a lot of them don't seem to connect anywhere. They're not in team pages. I can't find them. And so maybe they've been added or just haven't accepted they don't want to be in it. I don't know what it is, but so they're not going to be aware of what all is coming. So I asked if they had seen the perk program, explained it a little bit. And I said, I'm going to take a picture of what I wrote out for you just so that you have a visual in case what I'm saying doesn't make sense, so you have a page to look at. So, and then I just wrote at the bottom of the page as well, if you've ordered every month of 100 PVs then or over, you would get 15% back. And like I said, explaining that they would get a free bottle of something. And I just feel like I don't know that these people are actually aware. Like I was truly shocked when you see someone ordering up to 6 months in a row and the amount of shipping they have paid. It's crazy. And I don't know if they realize how much money they're putting out. They're almost putting as much out as they're ordering. And I think if you give them a visual to look at, maybe it's just like that aha moment that, oh, I just didn't realize that. And, you know, because we order and we don't look back and we get our products every month. Life is busy. They're busy and they're not involved in the business side, right? Yep. So they're not connecting and they're not in team chats. So they wouldn't know these things. So I'm really trying to work with that. And so I'm just encouraging you to look through your downlines and just start making it really visual for them. And I mean, all we can do is offer things, right? And then like getting free products now through our perks program. Why would you not want to order even like every other month more than 100 points? Like get some free products going. But I really honestly feel they are just not up because they don't probably read their emails either because they're not connecting. So if you could connect, that'd be great. I think you could really build your team back up with that and bring a lot of people back on.
And even the graphics that are in our team page that show how much perk points each product will be, like they might look a little bit different for each market, but I don't know the perk points per product yet, but say there's 250 perk points per bottle of ProBio 5, whatever it is, right? And you get 150 perk points for just having 100 PVs. You know what? That adds up fast, right? And it won't take long in order for them to see that you have free product coming. So, and it's like they want to get the process going. It's like some of you might be Young Living people here as well. It's so simple to go in and look and see, oh, if I add one more product, I get another one free. Well, that's a no-brainer. Most people will always do that, right? And so it's very important for us to be their link to that communication, is what Sarah is saying, and to show them visually, this is actually what you're missing out on. Plus you're missing out on money. So even just by being commission qualified, having your 100 PVs per month will at the end of the year pay for your wholesale membership. It's as simple as that. And then you're really getting the full deal of having a wholesale membership. If you are ordering your 25 PVs per month and you're paying that wholesale membership and shipping on each month, you're paying way more than a preferred customer. And that should never happen for anyone, right? So thank you for that. That's a really brilliant idea to do that at the beginning of the month. I think we can even spend some IPA time and some power hours working on things like that and exposing our teams to what the perks program was going to look like for them, you know, getting that money back for them is probably going to, there's another aspect of this that I wanted to talk about a little bit that me and Sarah also talked about. I said, you know what? These are people that are probably using one, possibly two products, right? And so if we can show them the value of the other products that Plexus has also brought in, and show them the value of, hey, what were your health goals when you first joined? Have you achieved them? Is there anything else that you would like to do for your health journey, right? And I can pretty much guarantee you about 100%, if you add that extra product to their regimen, their daily regimen, they're probably going to have more results. And guess what happens when they start having more results? They start sharing. They start telling other people too. And so it's our duty to get that link across to them and to cross that bridge and to share what is best for them, right? Thank you for that, Sarah. Interesting little tidbit of information that kind of blew me out of the water. So as of this morning, 10.5 million perk credits have been earned so far. And over 10,000 new subscriptions were set in October when the program was launched. That is pretty darn good. That's going to make a huge difference on your businesses. Huge difference. And I say we just keep going and keep sharing and telling them about the perks. Same for new people. When new people come in and they're not sure of what it looks like, this is just an extra way. It's like you can earn money back on your own products. You can earn free products through perk programs, and you can make money by sharing, right? It's all the extra layers of exposure. Motivation Monday, we're going to talk a little bit about that. I know a bunch of you guys were watching it yesterday. It was jam-packed. I think I need to sit down and to absorb it again because it was so very good. But Crystal was on, I think, every Zoom yesterday. So I called on her and I said, hey, I know that you really liked it. Could you please share on that a little bit? And so she's going to give us some recaps. If you have not seen or have not registered for the Motivation Mondays, go in and register for them because you'll get the email updates. Then if you can't make it on live, you will get the actual replay for the next day. And it just sets the week for you. You've got that on Monday, got the team call on Tuesday. We are starting to develop that routine, right? And we know what's coming. So Crystal, if you can share a little bit on that, please.
For sure. I think Amber opened up with a quote that I really like. I had to listen to the speech before this tonight because I just had to make sure all my notes are correct. But the quote was, don't focus about how perfect it is supposed to be, the messages you're sending out to people, but focus on what you're trying to get across to them. And that was one quote that I was like, that's a really good quote. That's really important to remember. She's sharing about she liked to copy and paste her messages, and she was talking to an old fella, and she asked the old fella how his pregnancy was going. She realized it was the wrong chat, and she felt so embarrassed. And she was like, "Don't." She was like, "Don't make it perfect." She was like, "Just focus on what you're trying to get across, and make sure you're getting it to the right people." But one thing that really spoke out to me is she doesn't like cold calling on people. She likes to build the relationship first with people. She likes to see if they're active, when they're active on Instagram, like their pictures, like their posts, comment on their posts, reach out to them and build that relationship with them, and then find the common ground that they have with them, and then eventually bring in Plexus with that common ground that they're having. One of the things she says is when you go and check your mail and you say you get a flyer in the mail saying 75% off at this particular store, and you have no idea what that store is, and then you get another flyer saying 75% off at Superstore, everyone's going to go to Superstore because they all know Superstore is popular. They're going to go to that store instead of the other store because no one knows. So she's like, in order for people to in order for you to sign up people, you have to really familiarize with them, build that common ground. And another thing she was mentioning is when you message and they don't message you back, just message them 1 or 2 times more. And if there's still no response, give it another 6 weeks and then message them again. Let's see. So it's one of those things, like for myself, I personally don't like cold calling on people. So when she was talking about that, I was wondering how she worked. But the way she did it was, yeah, she built that connection and relationship with them, and she wanted to get them familiarized with her. So they would see post about her and she'd be like, oh, this is the person that commented on my post a couple weeks ago. What is she selling? Or how is her life progressing since 4 weeks ago when I last saw her post? And she's like, that way you're building the familiarity with the person, and that's a better way of reaching out because you're building that relationship instead of just cold calling me like, hey, have you heard of the Plexus products? Or are you interested in sampling this Plexus product? She was like, no, build the relationship first. And I find that very important to build that relationship because people are going to trust you more. They're not going to think, oh, you just want my business instead of caring actually about me because you're sounding too salesy. I think if you build that relationship, it doesn't make it sound so salesy like. It's going to be like, oh, you actually care about me. You care about how I'm feeling. So like when I reach out to people, that normally post on their Facebook page about how tired they are, how much energy they're lacking, or the depressions they're struggling with. And then the way I normally do, I message them and be like, hey, I just read this about your Facebook post. I was wondering if you heard of this product that there's been many positive testimonies about. And some people say yes, some people say they've tried it, some people say no, they haven't. And then I just ask them what they're using to help those or what they're using to fight whatever they're struggling with. And so yeah, no, they normally tell me that. And so that's what I've been going by, and it's been working very well. So yeah, she was mainly just talking about how to build that relationship with the people on Instagram and on Facebook, and how just to make it not sound so salesy, and how it doesn't have to be perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, and to just pour out everything to those people and just pour your all into them so that they know that you find them important.
I love that. Thank you. I found it interesting how and Amber works largely off of Instagram. And there's been, a lot of comparisons between Facebook and Instagram. And I feel like they're different platforms, but they're so much the same. So the points that you made there are the same for everywhere. Yeah. Like you wouldn't walk up to someone in the store and say, hey, do you want to try Plexus? And you wouldn't know them at all, right? You would first want to get to know them and see who they are and see if they have a need or if your solution fits them or not. And so same on Facebook or Instagram. But what I found interesting was she's really, really focusing on the send, share, and invite and using the tools from the back office that Plexus gives us. And what I found interesting is she copies the URL from the people on Instagram that she's interacting with. Right. Yeah. And so, you can quickly go and copy several people's URLs, the people that you have been talking to, that you're not scrolling and searching and looking for these people. Pop them into the notes section of your phone. And when you're doing some follow-up, boom, click the link, comment, say something nice, send them a message, on you go, right? So like literally in 10 minutes, you can do 10 people. And it's all by the simple connecting, knowing that you have kind of separated these are the kinds of people that have been interacting with my posts and that I'm connecting with. So back to the send, share, and invite. So the IPA challenge that we're doing right now in the team group is a super place to really, really get behind the tools that the back office gives us, that corporate is giving us, that is going to be, and I feel like there's been a shift that we're kind of, not using the testimony groups as much because people largely got dumped into the testimony groups and didn't get helped. And, if you're active and you're really working on your follow-up and you're adding people, tagging them right away, it's super effective. We can just look at Leah. She's been crushing the gut health and happiness, like literally, like lots. But she's on top of it. She knows who she's added. She's doing her follow-up. Whereas what used to happen is people would go dump their friends list in there, right? And all these people are like, where's this group coming from? What are these people doing here, right? And so when we got the whole send, share, and invite program, it took a bit for people to kind of change the concept of how they were inviting people to come and look at Plexus. It's still the same relationship building, connecting, finding a solution for their needs. Charles, that's enough. And so when you go into your back office and you look at breaking it down, send, and you click that down button, look at what Plexus has given us there. There's the videos that you can send, right? Simple question. I have an example of what Amber used yesterday. She said, hey, Jessica, I really enjoy following you and I really appreciate your love for nature and your family. I feel like we're kindred spirits on that front. I know this is a little out of the blue, but I noticed because of our similar interests and lifestyle, I know that as moms, we can all benefit from a little self-TLC. I was wondering if you've ever heard of Plexus or seen me mention it in my stories and would be interested in trying a sample. It's been a huge help in my mom life and I love sharing it with the other ladies. Simple ask. There's your ask, right? And so it's not hard to do 10 people a day. It really isn't. Once you're following these people, you're already connecting with them, and then you put out those asks. And then the send is, would you be open to watching a 3-minute video if I sent it to you? Simple. Right? Really, really simple. Send them the microbiome video. Send them the triplex video. There's that whole list of videos that Plexus gives us right in our back office. And I mean, like our team pages have this all in steps as well. And then the sharing is sending your video, sending your testimony, sending your diamond doc. We have so many tools. All those things are tools. And then the invite can be your, would you like to be added to a group that has a ton of product information, testimonies, stories of people that are similar like yours, right? If they give you that yes, then you can go ahead and ask and add them to the testimony groups, or you can send them product information. And again, your back office has all of those, right? So the send, share, and invite is basically just layering your exposures, continuing that conversation. And yeah, same thing as what Crystal was saying, the check-in, what we call follow-up. Don't make it homework. Don't go to your follow-up list and say, oh, what am I going to say to them now they haven't answered, right? Like if you keep it simple, and that was one factor that Amber really talked about, if you keep it simple, they will too. And I love that because what you're projecting is what they're getting. And so if you're projecting, oh, I'm having a hard time making a conversation with you, they sense that. And so one of hers was, I'm sure you're probably super busy and didn't get a chance to look over that yet, but from one busy mom to another, here's the quick answer to your question. Does that sound good? Was that what you were wondering? You can fill them in just by simply checking in, right? It doesn't have to be something heavy or you waiting on them to get back to you. So I feel like the simplification is really happening in the 5-day IPA challenge with your new people in there. When it comes to the verbiage and when it comes to sharing with them, break it down for them. Help them to keep it really simple. Hey, if you don't know the answer, that's totally fine. I have a friend that's been in Plexus a little bit longer, and we'll just get her to jump into this chat with us, and she will help us find the answer for that. We never need to be the expert, right? And that's why where Plexus gives us all those tools, it's easy to fall back on. And it's something I've been hearing quite a bit recently. I was telling Leah this today, that there's been like more light bulb aha moments of the send, share, and invite, that it's really simplified. It's not, it sounded complicated, but once they got in it, it was actually super simple. And so I'm hoping that's going to be the case for more of you and how it's going to simplify the process. So 5-day IPA challenge. Find the people that make your list, find the people that you're talking to, send out some quick messages, some quick follow-up, boom, 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 you're done. I love that, love that. I think that's it. Anybody have something fun and exciting to add that they're working on, or what's going on in your end of the woods, side of the world, side of the beach.
I love that Amber said not to send a sample as your first thing. That's, I definitely can learn from that. Because I do that, like, remember I do the birthday things and I ask them what sample they like. So she said that should be your last thing. I'm like, oopsie.
Hey, we're always learning. We're always learning, right? And you're always shifting because it's always different people that you're talking to. So. Anyone else? Feel free. If that's something that stood out to you, or if you haven't seen that now so far. I think there's going to be a lot of new silvers, and there's a couple of golds going to happen. Possibly even some senior golds. It'll be exciting. It'll be a big month. And you can already sense that the people are more wintering down, right? Like they're inside, people are responding faster, things are busier. Yeah, you can totally tell. And I like the whole last 60 days. Like that's been really good for my responses, getting people to understand how fast the year is over. And you're going to be wanting to start anyhow. Why not now, right? Like why wait until the new year? So that's been a really good response on my part. So, all right, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Thank you for being here. I'm going to get the Power Hour times in the team page and get those going for the rest of the week as well. Take care. Thanks, everybody.